What if your business could receive a piece of code by email and automatically turn into a professionally explained, commented HTML formatted document without anyone doing the manual work? In this video, I am going to make an AI automation in n8n that takes code from a Gmail message, explains it in two different ways, combines the results, formats the output in HTML format, and sends the finished results automatically. And the best part, you don't need to manually do any of it. So let's build it. So this is the original message I have sent from my another email to my this email. And if you can see that there is no comment or explanation for this code, and this code is started from this position and it ends over here. After that, I created an AI automation workflow in n8n. It triggers whenever an email come from my another email, and it will add automatically comment and explanation for this code and sends back to me. So if I show you the output is something like this. And if you look over here, let me zoom it a little bit. You can see here we have the code with the proper comments, so you can get an understanding what's the code is all about. And here is the quick explanation of the logic. And not only that, we have the code summary also here, and it is mentioning the name who sent me the mail. Hi ZH Khan. Here is a simple summary of the code you have provided, and here is the overview, key details, where we have the data preparation, model training, and prediction. And in short, that AI automation gives a one-liner so that we can understand what the code is all about. The code creates a perfect linear dataset and verifies that the model can run the formula and predict new values accurately. Regards, Zakir. I can directly send it to ZH Khan, or I can use it for myself also. Now I will show you how you can create this AI automation workflow in your local machine also. So let's get started. So this is a self-hosted n8n. I am using Docker to run n8n on my local machine. So in the overview page, click on the create workflow button, and we will be adding here our first step. And the first step will be a Gmail which will receive a mail from a particular account. So if I click on the plus icon, then you can see here we can write down our search nodes. So I am writing Gmail, and if you select Gmail, then you can see on message received trigger will automatically pop up. So if I click on that, so it will ask me at the first for the credentials. So you need to connect your Gmail account to n8n, and for that you need your Gmail auth2 API. How you can connect Gmail on your n8n? There is a proper documentation. I will give the link in the description below. So you can create a connection by your own. So after giving the credential, the event must be message received, and we need to add a filter, and the filter will be sender, and I will write the email of the sender. And this is my another mail, which is zakirkhanrial006@gmail.com. Now if I click on the fetch test event, then you can see at the right hand side I will get the mail directly into my n8n. For the test purposes, I will pin this output, so the output will stay in this node, it will not get lost. After creating the Gmail trigger, I will use large language model such as ChatGPT or Gemini to add comments and explanation. So there are basically two tasks. One is adding comments and another is generating explanations. So in order to perform two tasks, I will use two LLM chain, and I will connect ChatGPT or Gemini to that LLM chain. So I will click on the plus icon, and here I will find basic LLM chain. After click on OK, I can name it as generate comments, and I will select define below because it is not connected chat trigger node. So we have to define it by ourselves, and we need to use the expression. It is not a fixed value. So I will click on the expression, and here I will write my prompt. So I will write given the code below, and I will drag the snippet over here. So here we have the code and the proper message, and now I will write the prompt over here. So generate comments for the code so that I can understand what each line of the code does. And I will add a note over here that do not change or modify any part of the code, just add comments wherever it is required. So this is my prompt, and I will add another prompt at the chat message to the system that you are a Python developer as well as machine learning expert and know very well how to write code in Python. So this is my system prompt. Now in the generate comment LLM chain, I will add the chat model. I will use the Gemini chat model because it is free to use. And you need to generate the Google Gemini API also. And after that, you have to connect that API to your n8n account. Then you can directly use models from Gemini models. So there are so many models. So I will use this Gemini 3 Flash preview because it is recommended, I guess. So after connecting the chatbot, I'll click on the execute step. And now if I double click, you can see a message has been generated at the right hand side, and it is saying that as a Python developer and ML expert, I have reviewed your code. Here it is with detailed comment explaining each part of the process. Now I will also pin this message so that I can use for the next node. So our comments have been generated. Now we will use another LLM chain to generate the explanation for this code. So in order to do that, I will click on the plus icon and I will write basic LLM chain. So I will drag it over here. So you can see that it is connected to the generate comments. So I will not do that. I will drag it over here and let's zoom out a little bit and connect this Gmail to that basic LLM chain. And now if I click on that, and here I need to choose define below, and here I will click on the expression, and here I will write the prompt given the code below. So here we have the code. I will drag it over here, and now I will write that generate explanation for this code in simple terms, and I will write a note also that the summary should contain all the necessary details so that I can understand what is happening. And after that, I will add a system prompt. So the system prompt can be you are an expert in Python code and in machine learning. You have the ability to summarize the code in simple languages and have the knack to cover important details in the summary. Now I will close this and let's drag it to the top and select everyone and drag it to the top. And here I will add another Google Gemini chat model. So here the Gemini 3 Flash preview has been connected. So now here we have the Gemini chat model, and you can rename the chat model also. Let's name this basic LLM chain as explanation generator. And if we click on the execute step, then you can see the explanation will be generated at the right hand side. If you read, you can see it is saying, hello, I would be happy to break this down for you. This code is a classic setup for a linear regression model. So this is the explanation. I will again pin this message for the next test execution. So now we have the output. So now we have the two outputs. One is comments and another is explanation. Now I will merge these two together. So for that reason, I will use a merge node, and here is the merge node. So we will be appending two, and I will connect this as input 1. The generate comments will be as input 1, and the explanation generate will be input 2. So what is the main benefit of using merge? So merge will not be activated until it get the outputs from the previous two nodes, and it will always put the comments at the top and explanation after the comments. because generate comments are going as input 1 and explanation generator are going as input 2. Now I will click on the execute workflow, and if I click over here, so if I click on the merge node, then you can see we have the two items over here. The first one is as a Python developer and ML expert, I have reviewed your code. Here is the detailed comment. So this is the commenting part. And the second one is, hello, I would be happy to break this down for you. This code is a classic setup. So this is the explanation. I will pin this message also for the test execution. After merging the two outputs, I will concatenate the two outputs in a single output. So for that reason, I will use aggregate node. So here is the aggregate node, and in the individual field, I'll drag the text over here. So we have the two outputs. So from the two outputs, I will get the one output as a Python developer and MLX expert. And here is the second one. Hello, I would be happy to break this down for you. So from the two output, I am getting one output, and I will pin this message also. Now I can directly send this message to my Gmail account, but the code will not be formatted as we want. So if I show you that if I use the Gmail node, so if I click on the Gmail, then you can see there are some actions, send a message, and I will write down my message. So you have to connect your Gmail account over here. You have to do it once, it will automatically be connected. And here I will write down my email, which is kmdzakir92. This is my another email. And here I can write down the subject, code review. Email type can be text, and here I can write down my message. So I will use the expression, and let's make it bigger. And here I can write down code comments, and I will drag it over here. So the 0th position will be the code comments, and the code summary will be the second element. So the text one will be the code summary. Then if I click on the execute step, it will go directly to my email account. And if I show it to you how it will look like, let me zoom out a little bit. So if I refresh this page, you can see a message is showing in my Gmail account. And if I show you the mail, so this is the mail. Here we have the code with the proper comments, and here we have the code summary, but the outputs are not formatted correctly, and this is quite messy. So in order to update it, I will add some other nodes. So if I go to my workflow, and let's delete this last step and let it be over here, and let me zoom it a little bit. And if I go to the right hand side, and here if I click on that, here I need to use another node, which is edit fields. So here I will use the edit fields node, and if I click on the add field, and here we have the string, and as it is also an expression, so I will expand this, and here I will write code with comments. So the 0th position will be my code with comments, and after that I will add code summary. So I will drag the second element of the previous node. So these are my two expressions, and after that I will click on the execute step. And now in order to format this code, I will use another basic LLM. So in order to do that, I have pinned this message, and here I will connect another LLM chain, which is basic LLM chain, and here I will click on the define below, and it will be expression, and here I will write down some code. So let me bring the code over here. So this is my JSON with code with comments and code summary. After that I will write down a prompt over here. So here I will write that convert this code into proper HTML format. HTML format. So there is a typo, let me fix it. Proper HTML format. Include proper code blocks whenever necessary. The code should have necessary syntax highlighting for the specific language used in the code. And I will write a system prompt also. So I will click on add prompt. So here I can write you can convert any message into HTML format that can be sent to the user through email. That's it. Now I will add a Gemini chat model to this basic LLM chain. So let's search for Gemini model. After connecting this, I'll run this code. So here is the output, and you can see an HTML format has been applied. So I will pin this message also for the test execution. So I think I need to run it again. Now I will connect the send message node. So here I will connect this, and let me make some adjustments. So here it will be message send, everything is fine, and here I will just drag this text message over here, and the email type will be HTML, and we don't need to do anything. Now if I click on the execute step, and if I again go to my Gmail account, and now you can see the code review. Here we have the comment for that review, and here is the code summary. Now you can see the summary is more organized, and there is a short summary also. You have created a small dataset with a hidden mathematical pattern, and you are setting up a machine learning model to solve the puzzle and find the pattern. So this is the complete workflow. Now what I will do, I will tidy everything up. So this is my complete workflow, and I will unpin everything. So no message or no output will be saved in any node. I am unpinning everything. Now I will execute the workflow. Now you can see the Gmail trigger has been updated, and the generate comment node is running, and now the explanation generator is running. And now you can see that merge, aggregate and edit fields have been updated, and the basic LLM chain to format the code is working now. And after that, it is sending a message. Now if I go again and refresh, then you can see another mail came to my email, and now you can see that here we have the code with proper comments, and here is the quick breakdown of what's happening, and here is the code summary and summary of what happens internally. So you can see every time it is giving me some extra information. This is happening because I am using LLM, and the answer of LLM for the same question can vary time to time. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this tutorial. Now you might be thinking this is just a code explanation workflow, and you are right. But the code isn't really the important part. The important part is the architecture. Now imagine applying the same architecture into your business. Example 1 can be customer support. Instead of code, the input can be a customer complaint. Example 2 can be sales. AI could analyze the incoming sales inquiries and prepare a response for your sales team. Example 3 can be reports. A business could automatically receive a daily report, have AI to summarize it, identify important changes, and sends the summary to the management. And example 4 can be document. You could receive documents by email, extract important information, summarize them, and automatically sends the result to the appropriate person. So the real question isn't that AI can explain the code. The real question can be what repetitive process in your business can we automate. So if you would like me to analyze the process in your business and show how AI automation could improve your business, send me a message. You can find my email in the description below. So at the end, I just want to say one thing. Don't just use AI to generate contents. Use AI to automate the whole process or whole work. Thank you. See you in the next video.